Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to this week's Energy Insight for November 11th to the 18th. My name is Jackie Ellis from JackieEllis.com, and I'm an intuitive guide and mentor, Reiki master. I see energy and I help people decode the energy within them so that they can transform their lives into a life that they love. Now, every week I give an energy insight, and I ask my guides to give me 3 messages for people, and that will help them through their journey in some way. And I also start out each of these messages with the area in our life that relates to our chakra system, our energy centers, that will help us work through what we need to work through, what we've been shown to work through in some way, and help us really step into our power for that week. I release these energy insights, the full version, for my Soul Talk members well in advance of the week, so that they have time to go through it and really sit with it and see how that might mean, what that might mean for their own personal journey, a way for them to really step into the week within their inner power. And then throughout the week, I will release each message that I'm given to the general public so that they may use that information, use that intuitive message for their own purpose as well. But those are given in piecemeal videos, and in the videos that I release to the general public, I keep the beginning part with how it relates to our inner power, our energetic centers, so that we can, you'll hear it over and over and over again, but sometimes hearing it over and over and over again will help you also really allow it to resonate within you, so that you can really start to understand. Now, for Soul Talk members, they have that information available to them readily, and other resources that are available in the Soul Talk membership. So they have already stepped into their journey in a way that this is just a refresher for them, and a way for them to just remember what these signs are when they're along the wider pathway, per se. So, without further ado, I'm going to talk about the overall week that we are in, what that means energetically, and what are the signs for the week that will show us that we might be in the shadows, we might be stuck in the shadows, we might have stepped in a little bit in the shadows and the wider pathway, and made things a little bumpier than what we expected it to be for the week. So the domain for this week, it is a waxing quarter moon, the week of November 11th to the 18th. And that's the domain for our lower chakras. Now, I'm going to show you the portion of the light mastery map and you can download this light mastery map through my website by signing up for any of the free resources and registering for my website, so that you can get access to the light mastery map and any other free resources that are available. So the lower chakras is the domain of our boundaries, our will, our support, our limits, our resources, and our space. So it's how we relate to those things, how we relate to the limits. What are the limits that we're willing to place, or that we're holding, that are preventing us from being who we want to be? Or what are the limits that we're willing to put in place that will honor ourselves in a more definitive way, and not allow outside forces to manipulate us or harm us in some way? It is really creating space for ourselves. It is knowing that we are supported completely and always by God, and being able to trust ourselves and know that we intuitively will have the resources provided to us if we don't have them already, or we have the resources available to us at any point in time if we are open to seeing them. When we are in the shadows, we will very much try to control situations in some way, or we're trying to unknowingly manipulate situations to turn out to be a specific outcome that we feel that's the outcome is best for us. It is when we're feeling disempowered, or we feel like we may be disempowering another person, or we find ourselves being disempowered by someone else in some way, it's probably because there's like some sort of boundary issue that is not being honored by yourself. It is feeling like you have an energetic wall where you feel disconnected in some way, or you feel like there's no wall of protection at all, or no protection at all. It is feeling kind of scattered energetically, where you feel like you're just trying to grab onto anything that you can possibly grab onto because of some sort of uncertainty that's happening in your life in some way. It is feeling rejection and abandonment and then reacting to those situations in some way. It is a very much an overwhelming energy when it spins out of control, when it spins down a negative loop. It's very overwhelming. And so breathe, just like I did now. Breathe. There is definitely the light mastery map will help you step into your power, help you alchemize that energy. As soon as you see those signs, those neon lights flashing, the light mastery map will help you step into your power in some way. And because what those triggers are those triggers and the trauma that's coming up for you is very much a sign showing you that there's some way that you can honor yourself in a much healthier way. It is understanding that you can trust yourself. It's an understanding that you need to love yourself more so that you can honor your boundaries and create the space that you need to be creative, but to also not only be creative, but also be aligned with the person that you, with your higher self. It is being able to act with integrity for not only for yourself, but towards other people, and honoring them in a way that is not lashing out at them, not not disempowering them or manipulating them in any way, but it is very much in being of service to yourself and other people at the same time. It is it is taking intuitive action on the things that you're being guided to do, and knowing that you are supported as you do it, even if it doesn't make sense. Even if it doesn't make sense. The third message that I was shown was more truths are being revealed, and we need to keep going within to understand how we are supported and being shown to continue our healing. So the chaos in the world will calm down when we can find the balance within ourselves. There will be justice served in some way this week. There may be surface fears that are being fed from outside sources, trying to still manipulate what they believe is necessary. But I want you to notice the patterns of conditioning that we have believed for so many years. And I want you to be open to possibility if whether or not is what you're seeing truth, or is what you're seeing what's your stance on it? Is it truth, or is it not? And it's your choice whether or not you want to believe what you want to believe. But I want you to be open to at least ask, so that you can allow it to resonate through you. And if it feels, if it feels right, you will know. If it doesn't feel right, and if it triggers something, then explore what that trigger is. Is that trigger something that you need to heal from? In other words, you need to release the construct or the belief system or the conditioning that was placed on us? Or is it a way to manipulate us in some way to believe something that isn't true? And only you can decide that for yourself. But I want you to know that no matter what information you are sitting with, whatever you are sitting with, I want you to do it in a way that's not judgmental towards yourself or the other person or any of the entities or core foundational pillars of our society, like our government, our financial system, and our church body, and whatever else is out there that comes out. I want you to, because ultimately, if we are finding ourselves in judgment in some way, we are not in total love. I want you to do this out of love for yourself. I want you to do this where I want you to allow yourself to sit with it, so that you can allow yourself to heal what you need to heal. If you don't believe that it's something that you need to understand or believe or even worry about or like consider in some way, you should never have to worry about anything. But it is if it's not something that you need to even consider for your own journey, then release it. Release it. If it comes up again for you to see, then there may be something that you'll be ready to see at that point. But just release what you don't want. Release the other stuff that you're not ready to see right now, or choosing not to see right now, and then I want you to know this. If we are choosing not to see something on purpose, we are disconnecting in some way. You know, in lots of times when I come across something, I'll sit with it. And I will question, is that truth? Is that something that I need to entertain as possible for happening? And I will the stuff where I don't hold any constraints or constructs or beliefs or question about, like I can see the truth in it. Those are the ones that I'm like, hashtag of course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, of course. And I just let it go. I don't have to sit with it anymore. I don't have to like study it anymore. I don't have to I just know. Something inside of me just knows. But the stuff that kind of touches a chord in some way, that just kind of rubs me the wrong way or makes me feel uncomfortable, those are the things that I pay attention to. Those are the things that I have to sit with. And I have to go, okay, why am I uncomfortable? Why is this making me feel uncomfortable? What do I need to heal from my journey in seeing this? And when I choose to allow myself to see that, when I choose to allow myself to let that resonate through me and sort through what I need to sort through and heal what I need to heal from, I move forward faster and easier. If I ignore it and push it aside, then I'm not honoring myself in some way, and I'm opening up my boundaries, I'm opening up my bubble to allow anything that needs to come in, and there's some stuff that is like other people's baggage, and I'm now unpacking what they're projecting to me. It's not healthy for me, it's not healthy for the other person, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing in life. Our own individual journey right now is important so that we can be of service to others, so that we can love people through whatever they're going through. And that does not mean doing things for them. It means doing things for yourself so that you can heal first. And then when you are done healing, you naturally overflow that love in ways that are much more powerful than you can ever imagine. Notice the patterns. Notice the patterns in it's the fruit. Notice the fruit. The Bible says that. It's the fruit of the tree. Are the things that you're being shown, is the fruit good to eat? Or is it the fruit of those people that were behind it not so good? Not so good. Notice the fruit. What's the fruit? What are the patterns? And allow yourself to see truth. It's not comfortable, but it's healing. healing. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I really, really do appreciate you all being here and being with me through every step of this. I'm sending you all much love. If you'd like to share the love in any way, please share, like, or subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. If you haven't done that yet. If you'd like to give back in any way, I have a link in the description of the video that allows you to buy me a virtual coffee. I help use these funds to help support my family. And there is a Soul Talk membership that I talked about briefly near the beginning of this video, and it's moderately priced on purpose so that more people can afford to make the transformations that they want within their life. I love you all dearly. Until next time, be simply you.